What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Part 2 of my business mastery recap, and today I'm going to be talking about more about the business side. So if you own a business or if you do sales like myself, pay attention. You could still learn a lot of stuff even though you're an employee. There are things here that you could definitely use and help bring to your company or help bring to your business. So here we go. I'm going to just go over 5 quick things, or 5 of the best or most valuable things I learned at Business Mastery a couple weeks ago in Las Vegas. And the first thing that Tony hit home was about the business. Your business, whatever you're in, is 80% psychology and 20% actions. So 20% mechanics. So how you run your business is all up here. And 80% of it is up here. The decisions you make, how you do stuff is all emotionally, most of it is emotionally driven. If you have your stuff together, you know what it is you want to do, you have a clear vision for your company, the mechanics kind of just take care of itself. The problem really is that when you don't know who you are, when you let your personal life seep into your business in a negative way, and your business doesn't have any vision, and you get stuck in wherever you are because maybe you're too focused on yourself and not focused on your clients, it could be bad. If you're in a good state mentally, business can be great. And if you look back at the times when business is going great, you could probably see that you're in a much better space mentally, and not just when you normally have better times when your sales are better. Obviously, it's easy to have a good psychology when the sales are coming in, but the thing is to be consistent and not ride the roller coaster. Me personally, in sales, it has been a roller coaster, and the key is to when you know you're having all those sales and you're coming back down and I have to install the projects is not to get down, right? Not to get down up here when sales or whatever might be dipping a little bit. So big thing is you have to control yourself, you have to control your mentality, and then you do that by having a clear vision for what your company needs to be. And if you work for a company that doesn't have a clear vision, maybe it's time you bring you bring that up to your manager. Maybe it's time you can help them create a better vision. And that means what happens with you. You're now delivering more value for your boss, and you're more likely to move up the ladder or get a raise. Next thing, number 2, is innovating and marketing. All business is being innovative and marketing. Innovation and marketing. If you're not innovating to go on with the times, you're dead. If you have a business and you don't have a Facebook page, I don't know what to tell you. It's not good, let's just say that. You got to constantly be innovating and getting ahead of things, and getting ahead of the curve when those new social media things come out. Get on Snapchat, get on Instagram as well. Also, if you own a business in, say, what it is, the trucking, right? They say within 5 to 10 years, all trucking are going to be automative. They're going to have autonomous drivers. So if you're either a truck driver or own a trucking business, it may be wise to start looking into different ways on how to switch over your trucks into that realm, because that's where society is trending. Machines are better drivers than humans are. It's not there right now, but you kind of gotta look ahead of the curve. Kind of like looking at a 5-year plan. Now that was one of the examples that Tony gave us. There are a million more. I'm not going to get into every single one, but you got to constantly be innovating if you want to stay in business. And also marketing. If you're not constantly marketing to your consumers, how are they going to know who you are? How are they going to know who you are? How are they going to know what your value you're giving to them? I don't know. If you don't, there are a lot of companies out there that do great marketing, and there's a lot of companies out there that do crappy marketing. I know for myself, if you just think, you could do this for yourself. Think about the past couple of purchases that you got. Were those purchases made because that company was emailing you constantly, and all of a sudden you kind of gave in? I know I have with a couple of dress shirts. And I'm not going to say the name, but they constantly send emails, and I was like, you know what, I need new shirts. Boom, clicked on it. So they got their marketing down. How do you market to your consumers? How do you market to your existing client base is very, very important. So constantly innovate and constantly market. Do some research on your own, what your company is, what your discipline is. Go out, hire some marketers. Get some marketers. Get a social media guy for your company if you're not internet savvy, right? So the next one is number 3, Jay Abraham's 10-10-10 plan. What that is, the easiest way to increase your business is to get more customers, increase your prices, and increase the number of repeat customers. Now, if you just take your existing customers and increase it by 10%, you take your average price, sale price, doesn't matter what industry you're in, you increase it by 10%. And if you take the number of repeat buyers and increase that by 10%, your sales will start to go exponentially grow. Now, if you think about it, what if you did 20-20-20? What if you increased those 3 things by 20%? Go ahead, try it. Write it down. Look up Jay Abraham's 10-10-10 plan. You could see it, and if you want to get really aggressive, you can even try to go for 25%. But the numbers, they compound. They don't go. It's not a straight linear line. When you start getting into that, that money, all of a sudden your earned revenue starts flying through the roof. I know I personally going to try this myself for my company, and see how that works out. Number 4, you constantly have to add value to your clients. As I spoke with last week, you have to constantly, if you want to be a great father, you got to constantly add value to your family, constantly add value to your loved ones. If you want to be a great business, your family is your consumers, your family is your clients. How can you, on a consistent basis, deliver top-notch value, and how can you do it better than your competition? What is your competition doing for your customers or their clients, and what can you do better? What can you do on a daily basis to give more value to your customers and to your clients? If it's a restaurant, what's going to make their overall experience better once they enter the room? If you don't have a hostess, maybe you should get a hostess. Anything like that. You just have to constantly think about ways to give value to your clients. Whether it's following up after the sale, or it's following up during the sale, whatever it may be, how can you deliver more value? How can you educate your customers, your clients better? Can you go education-based a sale? Is it a certain type of sales process that informs the client more, that makes a safer, and they feel better about making a sales decision rather than using hard sales tactics where the consumer or client might have buyer's remorse afterwards? But it's really up to you. Figure out your customers, maybe even create surveys, get some feedbacks from your clients, and see what you could do that's gonna help them out more. And then eventually, the more you help out your clients, the more value you give to them, the better your business, the better you will be. It's pretty safe to say that's a pretty conservative statement, I would say. And last but not least, this is kind of my favorite one, is newsjacking. So this is the one thing that you can have fun with. And I don't know if you guys from the local area in New York, there was a guy, Brad Benson Hyundai, and he used to say some pretty vulgar stuff on the AM radio. But he would take a relevant topic that's going on in the news, and he was a little crass about it. I'm not going to say it on here, but he sold his Hyundai business, so he's probably laughing to the bank. But what he would do is take a relevant topic that was on in the media right now, and then he would make a joke about it, and he would do this every other week. And he was relevant, and he put this up on the radio, and it ran for weeks on end, and it was a funny commercial. I mean, I got sick of them, but you know what? Brad Benson Hyundai, I ended up going down and buying a Hyundai from them a couple of years ago, just because I heard that, and he was kind of funny. So, newsjacking. Take a relevant topic, so like Colin Kaepernick, the taboo topic that's up right now. Now, this is something you may or may not want to talk about, because if you offend somebody, it could be negative. It can go on the negative side. You have to be very careful how you do it. Now, I don't care about your political affiliation, what you think about Colin Kaepernick. It's okay whichever way you think. The goal here is to drive more traffic to your website, right? So whatever it is, if you're a flag company, right, and you could do a funny twist on the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, you use that, right? And if the quicker you are to the game with the Newsjack, the quicker you put it out and put that story out, the better. We did this at Tony Robbins. We did Ryan Lochte, right? And someone in our group, an older insurance company, and we put Ryan Lochte's face up there and said, telling the truth is always the best policy. Put that out on social media, stuff like that. Now, you could do stuff, like I said before, where it actually kind of backfires on you. I think one of the companies, when Prince passed away, they did an ad and put Prince. It was Cheerios. They put an ad like Prince or something, R.I.P., and over the I they put a little Cheerio, and it was purple. And it was just like, oh, that's just cheesy. Why'd you have to you had to put that Cheerio in there to know it was from Cheerios, and it got a lot of negative feedback, right? So you got to be careful how you newsjack. I think it's just fun. I think the easiest thing to do is pick a safe topic that's current, and to put your twist on it, have some fun, put it out there on social media. Another company that did Ivanka Trump ordered a bunch of stuff from a jewelry company, and the jewelry company knew it was Ivanka Trump, and they took their money and put on a notice like, thank you, Ivanka, but we're going to use your money to go to the Hillary Foundation, the Anti-Gun Foundation, blah, 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 blah. And that got a lot of press. It was funny. All of a sudden, not only did that Newsjack, that $500 or whatever it cost, they turned that into a huge marketing campaign, and they got all this free publicity just because of someone in that company was smart enough to take the sale and turn it around, right? So that's basically it. Recap. Number one, business is 80% psychology and 20% mechanics. Number two, business is about innovating and marketing. Number three, try out the J. Abraham 10-10-10 policy or thing. It's increase your customers by 10%, increase your average sale price by 10%, and increase your returning customers by 10%. Number four, constantly and consistently give as much value to your customers, to your clients as humanly possible, and you will get more in return. But you have to do it in a good place. Just give as much value as you possibly can. And number five, Newsjack. Newsjack City. Take a relevant topic, put your spin on it, put it out on social media, write a blog, put it out there. It is real time. The quicker you do it, the better. The more publicity you get, and make sure to do it in a tactful way. So that is all for today, for this week's video blog. I'm going to be back next week. I would like to thank you guys so much who reached out to me on social media personally about the last video blog I did. It was my first one. This is still a little nerve-wracking for me, so please, any feedback you give is really, really appreciated. I love it. It's only going to help me create more relevant content for you guys. So please reach back to me at lloyd@makingfatherandfun.com. You can leave a comment below. Share this blog if you think this was useful to you, and also follow me over at Instagram at fatherandfun.com. Again, thank you guys so much. I can't wait till next week. We're going to be talking about something new. I don't know what it is yet, but I promise to bring a little bit more intensity and a little bit more fun. Okay? That's my goal for next week. Okay? So please, I look forward to talking to you. Please like, share, comment. All the best. Have a great day. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Go out to the beach. Have a couple of beers. Rejoice with the family. Have fun, baby. Remember, make father and fun. Make it a great experience, outstanding experience. Kiss your wife, kiss your kids. I love you all. Peace.